I feel weird asking this right out the gate on a brand new video that you just clicked, but I hope you watch the full thing to understand the context of just how disgusting and disingenuous the left really is. You've got The View. Okay, you've got Whoopi Goldberg is talking about the assassin and the assassination with Charlie Kirk. And it goes exactly how you would think. But I don't want you to click off right after watching that. I want you to take a look at the rest of the video because it's very important. JD Vance has RFK Jr. literally admit that RFK announced he was going to merge with Trump at a Turning Point USA rally. Did you know that? I didn't know that till right now. Okay, he also asked Tucker Carlson something. So watch the full thing, please, because you're not going to want to miss this. And then also, since you are here, hit the like button and subscribe. It does help the channel out. Let's take a look at Whoopi Goldberg. This is going to make you angry. Makes me angry. Here we go.
And what assassins should always remember is just because you take somebody out doesn't mean the message is going to stop. Yeah.
I have mixed feelings about this because to me, that's like, hey, when she says it, when Whoopi says it, it's like, it feels like it's like a demeaning thing, right? Like the bad message is going to continue to exist. That's just because of how she is, how she's branded herself online. That's what I'm interpreting.
And it's important to keep that in mind because when you look at our loss of Martin Luther King or name anyone who's been assassinated in this country, we continue to fight on. And that's what America offers. It says, listen, you have the right to say and feel however you want. That is a...
Yeah, okay. I mean, that's not half bad, but she's still not saying the name, right? She's not saying that what happened to Charlie Kirk was wrong.
Birthright. You're born with that right. So taking somebody out is not the way to do it. You want to fight about something, then go to the ballot box.
Or go debate, which is what Charlie Kirk literally stood for. That's what he did, is he went places in public to have that literal town square so that you could debate.
Go elect different people. Killing people doesn't do anything except make it a horrible world for their children. We'll be right back.
Oh, my goodness. Just say that that's what Charlie Kirk stood for, which was debating. And the left is so just delusional that they thought that this was a good idea. Absolutely insane. I got it. Now it's the good stuff, though. That was the bad clip. OK, now I want you to take a look at the good stuff, because this is good reactions now, like good. Just watch.
Young man, you want to say why you're here, what Charlie Kirk meant to you?
He was my idol. Like, I remember watching his videos, wanting to be like him. Like, I would just see the way he would debate, and he would stay calm while the left was just yelling at him, and he was just so nice about it. And then
I started taking my family to church because of Charlie Kirk. A year ago, I was watching quite a bit of Charlie Kirk videos, and I was like, man, this guy's got incredible confidence to not only be speaking so openly about politics and debating it, but he's so confident in his faith. And he was motivating that I decided to take my wife and young kids to church because of Charlie Kirk.
They hated him so much because he knew he was right, but they just didn't want to admit it. So they ended up hating him, and they just killed him for it.
What's your name? How old are you?
I'm Bryson Levy. I'm 14.
Man, God bless you. But where are you from?
I'm from here, Oakton.
Man, I pray a blessing on Bryson. This whole generation, Lord, raise them up. Give them extra strength, extra power, wisdom and favor, Lord. I just pray your angel armies go with Bryson everywhere you go, brother, that God makes you a man, a warrior for this generation, my man.
Thank you.
Yeah. Young man.
Incredible. 14 years old and so articulate. Now we're going to take a look at JD Vance talking to RFK Jr. and reflecting on Charlie Kirk. This is important to watch, okay?
Yeah, well, Charlie was probably the primary architect of my unification with President Trump. I actually announced my endorsement of President Trump at a Turning Point rally in Arizona, which was his idea. And he was, for people who were there, remember it, there was all these kind of fireworks and sparklers on the stage when we shook hands, and that was all Charlie's orchestration. That was his idea, and he insisted on that. Yeah, well,
Charlie insisted on that. Oh my goodness. I didn't know this, man. There's so many interesting facts that are coming out, and they're showing the true positivity that Charlie Kirk was. Incredible. His legacy is going to live on forever, man. And then here's Tucker Carlson. See what he has to say.
Just tell me about your buddy, Charlie Kirk. What was he like? What did people who only know him from radio or TV not appreciate about what a good guy he was?
That his Christianity was sincere, and his commitment to Jesus was totally sincere. And it, sometimes isn't, especially in public figures who throw out Bible verses they don't understand and stuff like that. But in his case, not speaking to anyone in particular, but in his case, it informed every single part of his life, from his marriage to the way he treated his children, to the way he treated his staff, to the way he approached disagreement, to the way he thought of other people, which was always primarily as people first. And that was, he was much younger than I am, and I met him when he was a teenager, so he's literally the age of one of my children. So it was kind of hard to take him seriously at first. And over the years that I knew him, more than 10 years, I ended up learning from him. And I'm not just saying this because he's passed. I mean that sincerely. And the main thing that I learned from him was how to disagree with people on topics that you take very seriously and that they take very seriously without hating them or without feeling bitterness.
Wow. Incredible. Incredible that, all these big giant voices for the Republican Party are speaking up and honoring Charlie Kirk. There's one more. Let's have a look.
What do you take from Charlie Kirk, the communicator?
So many things, just by watching him and by being around him. But I think most of all, standing firm in your convictions and picking a fight, especially when you know you have the facts and the truth on your side, but doing it with a smile. And that's something Charlie did so brilliantly and well. He would go to these campus reform events and he would say to the crowd, if you disagree with me, come to the front of the line. And I find myself doing that in the briefing rooms, picking on the reporters whom I know very much disagree with me and with the president. But as long as you believe in what you're saying and you have conviction in it and you have truth and the facts on your side, it makes it a lot easier to say it. And that's what Charlie did for a living. And I know he inspired me as a young voice for President Trump now, like you said, behind the White House podium. And, before every briefing, I always pray to Jesus Christ. And Charlie was so outspoken with his faith, and I will continue to be in honor of him. But I'll also think of Charlie and just how brilliantly he was able to combat the lies with facts and to do it with a smile.
He was so good at doing that, and that legacy will live on forever. And unfortunately for the left, Turning Point USA is probably going to be bigger and stronger than it ever was and than you could have ever imagined it to be. So in honor of Charlie Kirk, let me know down in the comments how Charlie changed your life in a positive way. For me, it was, reigniting a flame deep within myself to go back to church after like 20 years of not having gone. And I took my family with me. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in another one. Bye for now.